Good morning. I hope you are doing well. My name is Zach Killian, and over the last few months, my team and I have been developing an innovation that we believe will increase car safety, boost vehicle owner satisfaction, and change the way cars are maintained for years to come. I, alongside my teammates, Evan Anderson, Elmer Placentia, and Theo Alexander, are excited to share with you our idea, and will be happy to field any questions you may have at the end of the presentation. Our innovation arose out of the burden that many drivers feel about car maintenance. Per Fox News, a study of 2,000 American car owners found as many as a quarter feels that they take a risk each time they hit the road, as their vehicle is currently in need of repair or no longer runs well, and that 68% of these owners' cars had at least one thing wrong with them. Now consider that in the U.S., there are around 291 million cars on the road. If we apply the study's findings to the total population, this would mean that 198 million cars would need some sort of maintenance. That is a scary number. Everyone deserves to know that their car is safe to drive and that there are not lingering maintenance issues. The most common reason a car will not start is due to a bad battery. But would you know the difference between a dead battery or a faulty starter? Can you diagnose a failing timing belt? If only fixing your vehicle's problems were as simple as ensuring the gas cap was fastened tightly. If 41% of Americans are unable to identify a car's engine when presented with an image of what the vehicle looks like under the hood, the likelihood of the same individuals successfully diagnosing their vehicle's issue is pretty low. Personal knowledge should not keep owners from getting their car started, repaired, or feeling safe while on the road. 91.8% of car owners have put off car maintenance, whether by a week or by a couple of months. Reasons for this delay range from being too busy to feeling anxiety when dealing with a mechanic. The truth is, vehicle maintenance costs both time and money, and currently there is no real way to gauge how much. Car owners should be able to see an estimate of the length and cost of a repair, and even have a quick way to compare nearby trusted mechanics. Current solutions offered to the vehicle owner are piecemealed and require additional purchases. Most of the time they require you to drive your car to a particular business. If your car is drivable, perhaps this is an appealing solution. However, then you have to deal with pushy salespeople. And what if your car is not drivable? These businesses are not going to come to you. There is also the DIY style of diagnostics. These scanners are expensive and technical and require the user to know their way around their car as well as the scanner itself. They must be plugged into the car and have even been known to harm vehicles when utilized. Shouldn't there be an integrated, easy-to-use solution? Enter our innovation, the onboard diagnostic tool. This tool provides an integrated heads-up display available in all new Ford model cars. It provides immediate diagnosis of any and all car issues and even alerts the driver whether the vehicle is safe to drive or not. Additionally, it offers roadside assistance and has the ability to contact nearby tow services. It even provides a list of local certified mechanics. Finally, it provides an estimate as to the repair time needed and cost of the repair itself. Our innovation removes the hassle and anxiety from car maintenance and ensures the safety of all those on the road. Now I'm going to pass the presentation over to Evan, who will discuss more about the tool.
Thank you, Zach. Now, I'd like to discuss the customer segment for our onboard diagnostic tool and how it provides value to them, thus encouraging purchase of our product due to the greater value and fulfillment of their circumstantial needs. Our most important customer segment is vehicle owners and operators. This is the group that utilizes the Ford automotive vehicles and Ford certified service shops. Through generating value for the owners and operators, they'll generate more value in turn for our partnership with Ford and Ford certified service shops, who will directly benefit from the preferred purchases and increased patronage, respectively. Owners and operators will benefit greatly from our innovation, as they'll be able to easily understand the automated services provided through the onboard diagnostic tool. It clearly communicates any detected mechanical issues to them in conjunction with the Ford Pass app and provides additional information as requested. One of the valued functionalities provided is the personal assistance connection. When an issue is detected, it'll offer to contact a personal assistant to aid the operator in the event of a crash or loss of drivability. These assistants can, for example, call a tow truck, roadside repair, ambulance, or hire some other third-party transport as needed by the user. Additionally, they'll be able to help keep operators calm in the event of an emergency, provide repair information if the issue is simple, or aid in directing the vehicle to the chosen mechanic's workshop for repair. By catching issues when they occur and clearly identifying them, the onboard diagnostic tool can greatly reduce the risk to the operator, as well as the long-term financial risk to the owner. Further, in identifying the issue, the onboard diagnostic tool also indicates what risks are associated with the issue if it's not addressed. Additionally, it helps reduce the risk of auxiliary roadside incident through GPS tracking and the aforementioned personal assistance. Owners and operators benefit in cost reduction through the onboard diagnostic tool, as maintaining the vehicle in working condition will prevent other, more expensive issues from arising, as well as keeping the vehicle in peak efficiency for reduced fuel consumption. Additionally, by specifying the parts needed for repair using the Ford catalog, the tool can also reduce costs for DIY repair folk, as well as those concerned with less than reputable mechanics. To further avoid these questionable mechanics, the onboard diagnostic tool also indicates Ford certified service shops for the users as trusted mechanics. By offering a variety of information and interactive assistance, the onboard diagnostic tool allows the owner to tailor their decision-making to their needs. As mentioned before, they'll be provided with information on the risks of continued use, what parts are needed for DIY repair, and overall estimations of costs for Ford certified service shops to repair the issue, allowing them to customize their decision for each issue and circumstance. The primary channel for the onboard diagnostic tool will be through the Ford dealerships, where new vehicles will be outfitted with the tool as an upgrade option to the baseline model. Additionally, we expect backwards compatibility to be available after the first year, and to thus be an option for older models to be upgraded by the owner with separate purchase. The Ford Pass app will also have integration with the onboard diagnostic tool, and thus be a channel through which customers can be reached. This group will also see the benefits in communication of information through the app, which may warn users of issues such as tampering or theft, as well as provide the ability to schedule needed service appointments or acquire information that's been provided by the onboard diagnostic tool in a more mobile manner, such as at a parts shop when preparing for a DIY repair. In the in-vehicle dashboard, it's our primary channel for reaching the customer. It's the face of the system where operators can see the status of their vehicles, any issues that are active, history of older issues, and any other form of information previously mentioned. This also benefits the owners as a way to ensure a DIY repair has been performed correctly, showing that the issue has been resolved. Ford certified service shops will also use the in-vehicle app as a way to streamline the diagnostic process and ensure that the issue has also been resolved post-repair. With that, I'd like to hand the presentation over to Elmer to discuss our innovations market analysis.
Thanks, Evan. Over the next few slides, I'm going to discuss how our testing gave us clear evidence that our innovation is ready to move forward to the execution phase. Additionally, I'll talk about the business ecosystem risks that we may run into during implementation and mitigation strategies that we have to address those risks. As you can see on the slide, we tested 6 different solution attributes against the 2 next best solutions, which were the check engine notification light and a plug-in diagnostic tool that you can buy at an auto shop that can run upwards of $500. And in our surveys, the onboard diagnostic tool tested the best in 5 of the 6 attributes. The attributes were issue-related information provided, which gives drivers detailed information on what the issue that they're having is. The second is a repair estimate accuracy, which it gives a driver an estimate of how much it would cost to repair the issue they're having. The third is the ability to detect the severity of the vehicle issue. The fourth is the price of the solution. Fifth is solution brand. And the sixth was socioeconomic impact, which in our case is reducing carbon emissions. Our tool would give the driver or the owner an alert when their vehicle is outside of emission standards. In our testing, the Ford diagnostic tool provided more utility value to respondents, and those respondents were willing to pay more for our solution and preferred our solution with a 60-40 preference over those 2 next best solutions that I discussed. We are confident that the differential value our solution offers to help vehicle owners and drivers have more ease of mind about repairs, maintenance, and the overall performance of the vehicle will pull both Ford and non-Ford drivers to choose the vehicles with the diagnostic tool in the future over vehicles that either don't have as good diagnostic tools or have the standard check engine notification light, or drivers opting to use the plug-in diagnostic tool. We believe that the value that we provide will help drive vehicle sales for Ford in the future. To get a full picture of the risks of the onboard diagnostic tool we'll face, we compiled a high-level view of the current business ecosystem of the tool. So we have 4 different suppliers, as you can see: software vendor partners, Ford part manufacturing network, parts vendors, and Ford corporate trainers. These suppliers are helping feed the innovation project, and we identified 4 different risks that our tool will face during the implementation process. The first risk is that the Ford dealerships will need additional training on the tool. So obviously this is a new thing. So the way that we would mitigate that risk is by providing in-person instruction and materials that managers, sales staff, and service techs can reference back to and be able to confidently speak about the tool and sell it to customers, and also service the tool when needed. The second risk is Ford service dealership departments becoming stressed with additional customers to be served. So with customers having more information about the issues that they're having, they may visit service providers more frequently. So the way that we would mitigate this risk is to have dealerships handle hiring additional personnel, and this would be at no cost to Ford. This would all come from the increased revenue that they would have from sales and service from new customers. The third risk is Ford certified service providers and local roadside assistance network quality of service. So a value add of this tool is having those different service providers locally pop up directly into the tool, so customers don't have to do a lot of thinking when an issue arises. So the way that Ford would ensure that the customer service is up to a high level is by providing training programs about the tool, how to use the tool, how to fix the tool, and also set expectations on customer service levels and how to best achieve them. The fourth and last risk was Ford part manufacturer increased volume. So as more service visits are had, there will be more parts needed, and we will work to ensure that there's adequate parts stock level within our vendors, work with vendors to innovate any necessary sensors that may be needed, mounting adjustments that may be needed, and software developments needed throughout the tool's lifespan. So that's how we would mitigate that risk. And in our next section, Theo will discuss our financial forecast and the finances of our tool.
Thanks, Elmer. Now let's move on to some finances. We believe that in the first year of operating, our gross revenue will be $658.4 million. Some of the costs that will be associated with developing the tool are going to be the salaries for development and managing of the software needed, the materials used for development, administrative and general costs, utilities, and advertising and marketing expenses to get our message out there and to show the people that Ford cares about their customers and what we're doing to enhance the customer experience. Now let's talk about a little bit where those numbers come from. The diagnostic tool price is going to be integrated into every single package that Ford offers for every single new vehicle that they sell. Based on 2022 new car sales, there was 1.85 million new cars sold. So we believe it's a fair estimation that there should be 1.8 million new cars sold in the first year of implementation. Of those 1.8 million new cars sold, we believe that 95% of people are going to be opting in for some type of package in their new car purchase. And that's why we believe it should also be integrated into every package that Ford offers. So now, assuming that 95% of those 1.8 million new cars sold, that gives us a 1.71 million total new cars sold, which has our tool baked into the cost. So that is where our $658.4 million in gross revenue comes from, since the cost of the diagnostic tool is $385 of the cost to the customer. So the total cost associated with development and implementation of the tool is going to be around $412.8 million. With those two numbers, we believe we will be able to achieve a 37% gross profit margin for the first year of release. Now let's talk about after the first year of release. Will this be sustainable? We believe yes. 1.8 million new cars being sold each year is a reasonable number going forward. So with that in mind, we believe an additional $650 million gross revenue stream should be expected year over year with Ford new car sales. Now, the operating costs associated with the new tool are going to include some salary and administrative costs, some rent costs for technical personnel that will help in the diagnosing of our new tool, and the training of the service techs at Ford dealerships and certified service providers that will need assistance in learning about the tool and how to go about fixing it. And that'll cost around $150 million a year. There's also going to be the cost of the new sensors that are needed for the tool to work, which is going to come to the tune of about $20 per car, so for about $35 million a year. And additionally, we believe the advertising marketing costs for our tool specifically will be around $20 million, since we really want to get the message out to the people and show them how we are making their car life better. Considering both of those revenues and costs of around $200 million for costs, we believe that the estimated profit margin going forward after the first year is going to be around 68%. Now let's get on to some additional benefits that Ford will gain from having our tool implemented into their vehicles. We will be able to subsidize less profitable areas of the company that are extremely essential to Ford's operations, so it will just create a free cash flow that can be used to supplement any area of Ford that the executives see fit. This also will allow us to put more spend into research and development, enhancing the innovation that Ford is already doing to make their cars some of the best out there. Now let's talk about some additional benefits that are going to be unrelated to the sale of the new cars, but directly related to the implementation of our new tool. Ford will experience an increase in repair part sales. This will be a result of the increase in foot traffic at our Ford certified mechanic locations as well as our Ford dealerships. Speaking on those Ford certified mechanics, we will also experience an increase in certification fees. Since more people will need to be certified to service our new Fords and they will be directly routed to those service providers, there will be more people that want to be a part of this tool since we are creating a new customer base that they may not have experienced in the past.